Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's edition of Just Ask Jay. And I'm really excited about this week's vlog because it's all about sleep. And I picked these three questions because they were so related to each other, but I was so compelled to especially answer Amanda's question because poor Amanda's not been able to go back to her bedroom since she's experienced a series of events just a few nights ago. And so I'm going to be reading that in a second, but this is all about sleep haunters, sleep visitors, and of course, sleep travelers. Now, a lot of you may experience different things while you're sleeping. I know that I dream. I know that I have out-of-body experiences. I know that, I've suffered sleep paralysis and different things like that. And I wanted to explain these things to you so that you're not so worried about the things that you experience when you go to bed. Now, Amanda asked this great question. And Amanda, thank you so much for asking because it must have taken a lot of courage for you to even ask this question because you're putting yourself out there, but I'm going to tell you, I'm glad that you did. It says, "Hi, Jay. I've had a little trouble lately, and I don't know what to make of it. I had a terrible dream the other night. I was feeling like I was being pinned down, and I couldn't move. I was trying to wake up, but I just couldn't, and the feeling was terrible. I had these massive goosebumps all over my body, and I was trying to yell, but nothing was coming out. I finally woke up, and there was nothing there. Do you think that a ghost was attacking me in my sleep? I don't think that this was a dream because it felt too real. I haven't been able to go back to my room since I'm so afraid. What should I do? Help." Amanda, I felt so bad for you that you have, had to move out of your room since this has happened. But I believe that you experienced something that's called sleep paralysis. Now, I've experienced something like that, so I can explain it on a personal standpoint. From my point of view, it was a little different. Now that I understand it, I'm not so afraid of it, and I can actually talk my way out of it when it happens because I'm aware of what's going on once I start to wake up from it. Now, sleep paralysis is when you're sleeping and you're having a dream, but your mind starts to wake up before your body does. And the thing is, it's like waking up and having a realization. It's like, oh my God, am I feeling these things? Like I'm dreaming, but am I dreaming? Is this real? Oh my God. So like you're trying to wake up, but you're feeling paralyzed. Some people feel they can't move their arms and legs. Some people feel like they're physically being pinned down. I know myself, I was sleeping on my stomach at the time and I felt like I was being pinned from my back downwards and my face pinned to the cushion. I couldn't move at all. And it was absolutely horrifying, but it was my very first sleep paralysis experience that I'd ever experienced. And I had the deep goosebumps, trying to scream, nothing's coming out. So I could totally relate to this. But the thing is, it's absolutely a very normal thing to happen when your mind starts to wake up before your body. So you probably not experienced this before because maybe this has just never happened to you, or maybe you will experience it again. I know myself, I've had a couple times, and I know exactly what's going on because I did research because I was so afraid of it. I didn't know what was going on, and I honestly thought I was being attacked as well, or being pinned down by a spirit or something. I didn't know what it was, but I want to tell you, it is a very, very real feeling, and it's extremely terrifying because we associate it with sleeping and dreaming. And of course, if you're going to go back to sleep, what the heck, is that going to happen to you again? Most likely not. I think in all of my years, I've had it 3-4 times. I can't even think of the last time I had it. And of course, the last time I had it, I was able to talk my way out of it. I knew right away that I was having this type of dream, and I was actually able to talk myself, self-talk myself in that state and say, this is crazy. You know what? This is just a dream, Jay. Don't be so afraid. So don't worry so much, Amanda. I will go back to that room. If you're not feeling safe, smudge it. Go and smudge your room. Do a nice little ritual prayer. Invoke your angels. Put crystals beside your bed. But I don't think you have anything to fear. And if you do, write back to me and let me know. But if this was a regular, everyday occurrence, then I'd be concerned. But the thing is, I don't believe that. And I think that you just had kind of a, like, welcome to sleep paralysis. Here it is. and it's not pleasant, but I'll tell you, sweetie, you're very protected, so don't worry about it so much. I want to thank you so much for having the courage to ask that question. I'm absolutely positive that you're going to help so many people just with this question, so thank you so much. Now, Patricia had an amazing question too. Patricia writes, Jay, I often dream of my mom and dad, and they passed many years ago. And this might sound far-fetched, but I feel like I'm actually visiting with them. And, I'm going to tell you, Patricia, that is not a far-fetched whatsoever. I dream of my mom and dad too. So, and you write on here that it feels so real. I feel great for days. I confide in some friends and they think that I'm losing it. Am I crazy? Patricia, you're not crazy at all. When you're in a dream state, you're in a different consciousness altogether. You are in a conscious, subconscious state. In other words, you know that you've gone to sleep at night. You've given yourself 4 to 8 hours permission to go to bed and rest because your body needs rest. But the thing is, when you're laying there and you're dreaming, you're in a different state of consciousness altogether. If you think about it, when you're in your dream, you're observing everything that's going on and you're there. But do you see your body? Do you have an awareness of a mom or dad? Unless you dream about them, no. You don't even know you have a roof over your head, and you probably don't even know you're human when you're dreaming. All you know is that you're experiencing in the moment all of these events that are occurring. So when you're dreaming of your loved ones, I believe that the gateway to the other side is connected to that subconscious state. And I believe that's why our loved ones can come and visit us. I believe that's why people have premonition dreams, or that they're able to tell the future through some of the things that they see through their third eye or through that state of consciousness. So absolutely it would feel real. Now, a lot of people out there are going to say, well, why are they visiting me? What are they trying to tell me? They've come to see me 3 times this week, and like, what the heck? Where's my message? Don't worry about it, people. I'm going to tell you straight up. Loved ones just like to come and peek in, and we sometimes do not have the physical ability to hear them or to smell them or to see them. But if you're in that state of consciousness, that third eye is very open in that dream state. And the thing is, it's your imagination that also lends to that, as people would say, but it's just another state of reality, really, if you think about it. But when you're in that dream state and you're dreaming of your mom and dad, it's because they're coming to see you. It's because they're coming to visit. Now, some people say, well, I don't want to visit my mother in my dream. I didn't like my mom. We had difficult times together. We had all these terrible experiences, whatever. You cannot choose who comes to visit you, and you cannot choose and you cannot, I guess, control that state of awareness. You can't at all. It is just there, whether you like it or not, and it's in that present state. So if someone comes to visit you that you didn't want to come and visit you because you didn't like them, or you had difficulties or terrible experiences with them in your past, don't fret, my pet. I'm going to tell you. I think that those loving energies are totally different on the other side. And if they come to see us, it's because they love us and they care about us. And it's because we're connected to them soul-wise somehow, some way. And I believe they're just there to watch over us. Now, if you don't want them around, you can ask them to leave. You can tell them that you don't want to dream, or you don't want them entering your dreams at night. But I'm going to tell you, if people think that you're losing it, it's because they're closed-minded. Hate to say it. I think anything is absolutely possible, because we don't know where we're from. We don't know why we're here. We don't know where we're going. And if anybody has all the answers to all of that, then maybe they can answer this question as well. But I'm going to tell you straight up, that's my very, very strong belief. And I think you have beautiful visitors. I want to thank you so much, Patricia. You're not crazy. You're not nuts. There's a lot of us that dream, including myself, of my mom, my dad, my loved ones. Even animals come to visit us in our dreams. And, you know, if you're not dreaming about them, don't be disappointed. A lot of people say, I'm trying to dream of my mom or dad. It will happen when it happens, but if it doesn't, just know that maybe you don't have that ability to be able to connect like some people. And it's not because you're different, or you won't go to the other side when you die or anything like that. So don't go thinking those things. Just know that some people just have more of an ability to be able to connect even through dreams than others. Now, Melanie, I want to thank you so much for your cute little question. Now, I didn't answer the whole thing because some of it had to do with soul's purpose and different things like that, but I'm going to read the part of the question that you did ask, which had a lot to do with astral traveling or, you know, out-of-body experiences. And Melanie writes here, "Hi Jay, I have a question. Is it true that our souls leave our body every night to go help others where we're needed?" And I thought that was such a beautiful question, but I don't believe our souls leave our body every night. I believe, like Amanda had written here, that we do have, you know, different types of consciousness. She may have been just waking up out of a sleep. You know, did her body go somewhere else? No, maybe she was just dreaming. Maybe she's just connected to that realm like Patricia is, where she can visit her mom and dad through her sleep. But it doesn't mean that your soul will leave your body at all. And some people do have souls that leave bodies. So I believe that every night we're in a subconscious state where we're allowing our bodies to rest, because as human beings, we need to rest our bodies. I believe that during that rest period that we possibly could go to other realms of consciousness. I do believe that wholeheartedly. If our soul leaves us, I believe that what you're talking about would be astral travel. So I've had experiences since I'm very young, and I've known very many people to have astral travel experiences where they're laying down and there's sort of like a different rhythm pattern to an astral travel. Ask anybody that's had an out-of-body experience, they'll tell you that when they first sleep, that they notice their breathing almost nil. Very, very slow breathing, very rested type of sleep, and also like a strobe light kind of effect, or sort of like a rapid, I don't know if it's just rapid eye movement or if it would just be like myself, it felt like a strobe light, the light coming in and out. And I can also hear a sound associated with that. Every time I have an out-of-body experience or astral travel, I hear this like, it's a funny sound, but I hear it. It's like a rhythmic sound. When I first started having out-of-body experiences, I was terrified. I mean, I was absolutely terrified. At one point, I remember rising out of my body and realizing it and starting to fall back in. And I thought, no, I'm not going to let this scare me. So I am able to have beautiful experiences with out-of-body experiences, to the point where I feel fantastic for 6 to 8 weeks because I feel like I've been dead. I feel like I've gone to the other side. I feel like I've been in that like total weightless consciousness of, oh my God, total euphoria. I just absolutely love my experiences. Now, everybody that's had an out-of-body experience usually has a fantastic one. The vibration is usually very high, so people feel really good about them. But if your soul leaves your body, that way it is always connected. And some people talk about a cord that connects the physical to the subconscious or soul being. So if you're traveling, you usually can't travel all that far, and so you're connected to that, and so you don't have to worry about leaving your body and never coming back. I would call that people dying in their sleep, and I don't think in that realm that's what happens. Do we try to help others where we're needed? I believe that our lives are predetermined, and through our experiences is what we're learning physically, emotionally, mentally, what we need to learn in order to progress through to our next soul level. And so to become a stronger type of soul or a more dominant type of soul, you know, people talk about, you know, spirit guides. I believe they're very highly evolved souls that decide not to come back here, but that help people like me, let's say, help those that are still here and unaware of what it is that they need to do for their soul path or their life purpose. But that's another subject. But leaving our bodies every night, no. I believe that we can leave, consciously speaking, into a subconscious state where we're visiting our loved ones or having active dreams about all kinds of different things. I believe that we can astral travel, and astral travel is, again, being tied to your body, so your body would never be lost somewhere else, but physically the soul leaves the body to be able to like just experience that oneness and go back into its body so that when we wake up going like, what the heck just happened? There's so many different states and realms of consciousness and states of sleep and consciousness and visitors, astral visitors, you know, that kind of thing. I can probably go on for another 25 minutes, but I'm going to tell you, these were just amazing, amazing questions. So if you have anything to add to that, please, you know, add your comments to the bottom of this video. And I'm going to be checking those as well, because you may have other questions related to this subject. But I didn't want Amanda to worry. I absolutely love Patricia's questions about visiting her mom and dad. And Melanie, you know, I just think that we have different states of consciousness, and that we can have astral travel, or we can have like a dream state where, you know, we don't have control over that consciousness, and it's a subconscious consciousness, because we're not realistically doing these things with our body. We're just thinking of them while we're sleeping. But you're not crazy. And I just love you guys all so much for making this vlog so successful. You know, if you have any questions at all about the afterlife, about these kinds of things, about, you know, hauntings and energies and orbs and whatever your little heart desires, please, you know, just ask Jay. I'd be so happy to answer your questions. I love you. Have a great, great week ahead, everyone. Take care.